I like to tell people that I didn't find breathwork in Sarah, but Sarah and breathwork found me. And, from that moment on, my life had changed forever. It was the beginning of my beginning and my journey. And so many things and feelings had come up that I didn't even know were there. I knew that I was in amazing hands with Sarah, and I felt such support through each individual moment. If it wasn't for breathwork, I don't know if I would have ever found my own power and see myself in such a different light.
Even though I have tried other healing practices in the past, her breathwork sessions have been one of the most profound that I have ever tried. And that is because it allows us to express and let go in an emotional level in such a short amount of time. I will totally recommend everybody to try at least, because the words that I'm saying maybe don't make justice of what is really the experience that you will have.
When you're doing exactly what she says to do, you'll release all worries, all fear, all of your thought processes, just anything that you kind of have sitting on your heart or your chest, it's gone. And the only thing that's left is you and the universe.
That first night was really the first word that comes to mind when I think about it is magical. It was probably the most transformation and relief I have ever felt in my entire life. I owe it all to Sarah, and not only has she been able to provide me with the stepping stones to do this work, but she is someone who presents herself who's always there for you. I would recommend to any person in this world. I would go hard for it for my loved ones, and I am nothing but thankful for this experience.
She makes you feel super comfortable to drop into that space, which can be really vulnerable and a scary thing to do. And she's so warm and accommodating that I guess you just feel really comfortable to get straight into it.
I felt called to take a breathwork course with Sarah at the beginning of the pandemic. I really needed space for myself to process. Almost immediately in my session, I felt an overwhelming sense of release. I physically felt sensations that I've never experienced going through meditation alone.
I was very nervous because I didn't know what I was in for, what to expect. But as soon as I jumped online and saw Sarah and was listening to her, I just felt instantly at ease. She is the most relatable person. Absolutely fantastic. Highly, highly recommend her to anybody that's interested in breathwork. Breathwork is amazing. I can't wait for the next session that I do. And even though it's online, I still think it's so good.
This was a completely different, transformative experience. I've now begun to even start my own practice on my own, just at home by myself, and speaking out loud to myself for what my intentions are, and then going into breathwork. And it's all because of what Sarah does.
It was one of the most amazing experiences that I have ever had. And I was able to feel confident and comfortable so that I could immerse myself in the session. I was able to let go of a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, tap into some self-love, and let go of a lot of limiting beliefs. If you have never tried a session with Sarah before, please go ahead and do so. You will not be disappointed.
It's very, very powerful, and it's full of magic. I highly recommend breathwork. Sarah is a beautiful soul, and she's doing huge things in the world. It's super powerful, and I encourage everyone to try it. Breathwork is amazing, so you should do it.
I felt all kinds of things. Being so new and different, I wasn't sure what to expect, so just kind of went in with an open heart and ready to receive, and it was good. And because she was so communicative throughout the whole process, I was able to follow her voice, to stay with my breath, and to stay in alignment with what my intention and my goal was, instead of kind of getting lost in my head. And I thought that the communication and how well Sarah holds space for the group was on point.
I'm a fairly unemotional person, so I was very surprised at all the emotions that I was feeling during the session. So within 5 minutes, I was crying hysterically, like tears were just, and noises and everything. And then I started laughing, and it was just kind of such a release of all of these emotions that maybe had been bottled up or kind of built up over time. So I just felt a huge release of emotions. It was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It felt really strange, but incredible. It was really good. So glad that I did, because it was such an amazing experience and something that I would 100% recommend to literally anybody.